Hey everybody, my name is Chelsea. I'm 29 years old. I am originally from Century. Um, I am on GoFundMe because whenever COVID hit, I lost my nail business that I had. I've had my nail license since I was about 16 years old. I was a young mother. I got pregnant with my daughter when I was almost 16, and I got married on my 16th birthday. He and I unfortunately didn't work out. Surprise, surprise. And I was divorced before I was 18. This year has been the hardest year I've ever lived in my life. I have 5 children. They had never spent one single night away from me unless it was with my mother or with their dad. And because of the coronavirus, I lost my business. And I got into a relationship with someone that didn't work out. I moved in with them. I gave my niece my home because she was going to move into a camper, and I didn't want her to do that. So I told her she could just have my place since I wasn't staying there. He and I didn't work out, surprise, surprise, right? And I ended up homeless. I had to take my kids to stay with their dad because I didn't want them to struggle with me. That was the hardest moment I've ever lived through. I haven't seen my children in a while. I'm still homeless technically. I don't have a home. I stay with my friend right now. I have gone from having everything I've ever wanted. I was raised by a well-off family in a 2-story house. I was driving a Lexus this past July, and it's just been terrible. Like, it's been so hard. I miss my children. I've raised my children from the time they were born up until this past July. My daughter, my oldest, is 13 years old, so I've been a mama since I was 13. So to go from having your children there with you all the time to not seeing them in sometimes weeks is so hard. My youngest daughter is 1, almost 2. I haven't seen her in about 6 months because she's in Fort Walton Beach with her dad, and I don't have a car. I blew the tire out on my car, and I took it to my friend that was a mechanic, and he ended up stealing the catalytic converter off of it and the battery and some other stuff, and by the time he was finished, I ended up selling it for $200 for scrap. Sorry. Her dad will not bring her to see me, so I haven't seen her in a while. She doesn't even know who her mommy is. And I just want my kids home. I'm gonna walk to her. I'm gonna walk to see my child. I'm in Pensacola, so it's about an hour and a half drive. And I'm gonna film, my whole way there. And I want to be able to tell her that I loved you and I missed you so much that I walked to you. I did everything that I could do to see her. Sorry. Oh my God. This has just been the hardest year I've ever lived through. I didn't think I was gonna live through it, to be honest. I've had to sleep in the parking lot of a Dollar General. I've been scared to go to sleep and had to stay up for days. It's been a hard transition for me because, like I said, I was raised in a 2-story house. I was given everything I've ever wanted. And this year, whenever I lost everything, I relapsed. I'm a recovering addict, and I had a relapse. And it caused me to lose my mom. She doesn't want anything to do with me. She acts like I'm just not alive anymore. Like she and I both have just grieved the death of our relationship. I never thought that I would, lose my mom. Not while she was alive. She used to tell me when I was little that there was nothing in this world that I could ever do that would make her stop loving me and be out of my life, or that would take her from me. And I never believed her. Even when I was little, I didn't believe her. I would ask her, well, what if Tom made you choose, which is my stepdad, and which is kind of what happened because of my bad choice. I would ask her, like, when I was 8 or 9 years old, well, what if Tom made you choose? Well, what if I killed somebody or whatever? Sorry. I almost feel like, God was preparing me for her abandonment when I was little. I never did believe her when she told me that. Many times this year I felt like I'm just incapable of being loved. I felt like God maybe put me here to love people and not to be loved in return. I try to make it a point to help everyone that I can in some way, even if it's just a kind word. One of my friends, pulled up on him while I was staying with my aunt, and he was living under a blue tarp that just had like a pole holding it up. And I made him come with me to get a shower and eat and have somewhere to sleep. I ended up losing my home because of that. And I got 2 campers. I had 2 campers. And I ended up giving him one of my campers so he would have somewhere to stay, and he ended up selling it like immediately. And he also ended up taking all of my clothes and all of my things and giving them away. I had the other camper that one of my exes did not want to leave. I actually had to call the police, and then he lied to the police and said that it was his camper. So they made me leave it there, and while it was left there, he just trashed it. And I finally got one of my friends, or got the police officers. I told them that my sister gave me the camper. I called her. She told them, yes, I gave her the camper. He's nothing to do with it. So they let me get it the next day after he had done his damage. And my friend that got it for me was supposed to move it and set it up for me. Well, he didn't, and ended up, one of his little girlfriends ended up like beating holes in the walls because she was jealous, like thought that I was there, but I wasn't, just my camper was. And he decided that he was going to fix what she did, the damage that she did to my property. And I went to go pick it up the other day, and he told me that I could not get it, that I was going to have to pay him for fixing the damages that his ex-girlfriend caused on my thing. He basically has bullied me out of my home. After he saw what I went through to get the camper back from my ex, he saw me cry, he saw me broken, and he's doing the same thing that they did to me. I've bounced around. I've been here, there, everywhere. I've paid for places to live only for them, like me, to move in. And then they basically have said, if you're not going to be my girlfriend, or if you're not going to have sex with me, then you have to leave. So I leave. It's just been ridiculous. I've never been through so much shit in my life. My whole family, my granny had 15 children. My mom has basically told them don't mess with me, don't help me. If they do, then they're betraying her. I don't know how helping somebody's child would be betrayal to them, but I don't have anybody, not one person in this world that is there for me. Not one. Um, I'm hoping that my friend and I can have like a lifetime friendship. I'm viciously loyal to people that I care for. I just don't get the same treatment in return. They say that it's because they take my kindness for weakness or because I'm too nice or whatever. I call bullcrap. I think that's ridiculous. I just have realized how wicked people are just by being on the streets and stuff. People are really, really messed up, like psychotic. And it's insane. I've endured a lot of trauma in my lifetime. I was in an abusive relationship for 6 years. He beat me with a pistol, all kind of stuff. Choked me until I passed out, punched me, drug me by my hair through the house in front of people, humiliated me beyond belief. Like, I ended up being diagnosed with Stockholm Syndrome before it was all said and done. I've been through a lot of trauma therapy with that. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been unbelievably painful. Even right now, I don't have $1 to my name. I'm hoping that this year changes for me in 2022. I have had to steal food because I've been hungry. I just need a hand up. If I could just get a hand up, then I would soar. I know I would. I love to sing. I want to be a singer. I'm hoping that God opens that door for me one day. I'm just very sorrowful right now. I miss my children. I miss my family. And what hurts the most is they don't miss me. They don't worry for me. They don't care for me. They don't love me. I finally accept it. And I'm just praying that God will send real people in my life to build me up and to help me along my journey that I have coming in this new year. It's nice to meet you guys. I hope that my story can touch someone's heart, and I know that everything is going to get better for me. I just ask God that He will, just get all of the negativity out of my life and bless me and give me some positive something, because I know I'm not ever going to say that it couldn't get any worse, because it definitely can, but I am tired. I am so tired. I just want to lay down and give up, but I can't. Nobody's going to let you just lay down and give up somewhere. I pray that everybody watching this is blessed abundantly, and I ask for God to protect y'all, keep y'all safe, because this world has gotten really crazy. There's a lot of horrible things happening right now, and I just pray for everybody that is going through anything, that they are strong and that they are, you know, just made better and all of their character defects are worked out. I just ask God that He will give them a renewal of who they are. And I pray that He will show love to everyone needing it right now. I know I definitely am. We're all rubies in the eyes of God, or more precious than rubies, excuse me. And diamonds are made under a lot of pressure. So we're all just diamonds in the rough, or becoming diamonds under this immense amount of pressure. Sorry. I look forward to hearing back from you guys. God bless you, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful night.